Hey there everyone, and welcome to Please Explain. Imagine getting a ticket for wearing a plain white toga, or worse, facing some kind of ancient legal action because your donkey wandered into the wrong olive grove. Today, we're traveling back in time to uncover some of the craziest ancient laws that you simply won't believe actually existed. Let's kick things off in ancient Rome, a society known for its gladiators, its emperors, and apparently its very extra fashion police. The Romans took their attire very seriously, and what you wore could say a lot about who you were and where you stood in the social hierarchy. In ancient Rome, fashion wasn't just a way to express yourself, it was a powerful tool for communicating social status and maintaining order. The type of clothing you wore, the colors, and even the materials were all regulated by strict laws. Only the emperor and his inner circle were actually allowed to wear these purple power togas. This color was a symbol of ultimate authority and power, reserved for the highest echelons of society. The dye used to create this vibrant purple hue was incredibly rare and expensive, coming from a specific type of sea snail. The process of extracting the dye was labor-intensive, making the color even more exclusive and prestigious. If you were caught wearing purple without permission, you could face hefty fines, public humiliation, or even worse, the wrath of the emperor himself. The consequences were severe because wearing purple without the right to do so was seen as a direct challenge to the emperor's authority. Next, we're heading to ancient Babylon, where justice was served with a heavy hand, literally. The famous Code of Hammurabi, one of the oldest known sets of written laws, laid down the law of the land. This code was all about an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a concept known as lex talionis. Punishments weren't always created equal. The severity of your sentence often depended on your social standing and the social standing of your victim. In their eyes, this system was all about maintaining balance and order within their society. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get truly bizarre as we journey into the world of medieval Europe. Animals, from pigs and rats to insects, could actually find themselves in the docket, accused of crimes ranging from theft to even murder. One of the most famous cases involved a pig in France back in 1386, convicted of killing a child and publicly executed for the crime. These animal trials were rooted in the belief that animals were moral beings accountable for their actions. Let's fast forward a few centuries and journey to ancient China, where things were a little less about punishing farm animals and a lot more about keeping a close eye on your neighbors. In this tightly knit society in ancient China, being a bystander wasn't really an option, thanks to a little something called the mutual responsibility system. This system was a cornerstone of their legal framework. This system mandated that citizens were legally obligated to report crimes. It wasn't just a suggestion, it was the law. Families and villages were often collectively punished for the actions of a single member, creating a culture of vigilance, which meant that people were highly motivated to report even minor offenses. The stakes were incredibly high. Imagine the pressure of knowing that if your neighbor stole a loaf of bread and you didn't report it, your entire family could face consequences. This system ensured that everyone was constantly on alert, fostering a community where mutual surveillance was the norm. It was a way to maintain order, but at a significant social cost. And finally, let's wrap things up in ancient Greece, where we encounter a society that was seriously passionate about their olive trees. These trees were not just plants. They were an integral part of their culture and daily life. In ancient Athens, these trees were considered sacred, a symbol of peace, prosperity, and a vital source of food, oil, and even medicine. The olive tree was so revered that it was believed to be a gift from the goddess Athena herself. Cutting down an olive tree without permission, even if it was on your own property, was a big no-no. The laws were strict and the penalties were severe to ensure the protection of these valuable trees. Even damaging an olive tree during harvest could land you in some serious trouble. Farmers had to be extremely careful while harvesting to avoid any harm to the trees. For the ancient Greeks, it was all about protecting a precious resource that was essential to their economy and their way of life. Olive oil was used in cooking, religious rituals, and even as a form of currency. The olive tree truly was the lifeblood of ancient Greek society. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of the craziest, most unbelievable laws from ancient history. From purple prohibiting fashion police in ancient Rome to pig trials in medieval Europe, these ancient laws offer a fascinating window into the values, beliefs and social structures of the past. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.